Welcome back to another Warzone tips and tricks and coaching breakdown. Today we're going to be breaking down a video of some really good players. We're going to be pointing out the do's and the don'ts of every rotation, every fight from both the players we're spectating and the enemies. That way you guys can get an understanding of how to fight in real time. The purpose of this video is to teach you guys how to play effectively as a team, and also how to use cover and concealment, movement, and your brain to outplay enemies that might be better than you. All right, we're going to start off with Poppy chilling his duo teammate. Now let's talk about this area here. We just landed in from the plane. There is zero reason for anyone to ever land here. It's just a simple fact that you got to get your loot fast, right? Whether you're getting position, whether you're trying to get it aggressive, you want to get your loot as quick as possible. The longer it takes for you to get your loadout, the better chance an enemy team with their loadout has to come and kill you. Everyone thinks like landing somewhere safe is the best option, but I mean, let's look at this real quick. If he lands on the roof and finds a gun, and he just is aware and just looks around him, we're out in the open, we're vulnerable. I don't even know why we just wasted a deployable UAV, to be honest. Deployable radar, that's just crazy. And look at all the buildings around us. There's really not much to loot. Like, yeah, we got these three big ones over here, but again, there's probably what, 3 boxes on each side of this? It just takes too long. Land at a clustered area, grab your shit, get in, get out. Now let's see what they end up doing. Again, you gotta loot fast and efficiently. This is all basic stuff we should do, but most players I spectate don't. I almost feel stupid having to say the same things over and over again, especially basic tips like this. But again, you guys watch up day in and day out. This is something most players do, which is actually kind of crazy. It's like, new player or not, dude, everyone should have the understanding of what to do in the game. Grab your loot, grab your loadout, get in fights, get in position, survive and win the game. It's as simple as that. Now, all of the moving around the map we're doing just puts us in a very vulnerable spot. We have all these open areas we're having to cross. And again, even though we're kind of in an area there's not normally gonna be people at, if there is, they're gonna shit on us. And when players do this, even in a safe area, they're usually doing it in hot areas too. People's gameplay doesn't really change based on where they're at for the most part. Most players, if they do something stupid on the edge of the map, they'll do something stupid in the middle of the map and it'll get them killed for sure. All right, UAV up. People are landing on top of us. Aggressive team. And then we throw that out, right? Why would you instantly throw out a cluster? You know what this does? One, if you cluster the rooftop of a small ass building, what are they gonna do? They're gonna jump down and push you. So the idea of playing like this and want them to push you, not a good idea at all. 2, your teammate's downstairs by himself, and as you guys can see, he's actively getting fucked up. And we're sitting here looting. I know he didn't mean to switch his weapon, but he did because he was probably trying to pick something up. So the moment we popped up on UAV, you need to get outside and look. You need to be in a window looking around. You need to get eyes on what's around you. These guys came in on us. If we would have walked 5 feet if we would have walked outside 5 feet and looked up, we might have been able to shoot them down, but we'll never know. And mostly it's just because players don't pay attention to the minimap. I don't even think they knew there was a UAV on them. I think just people landing on them was the dead giveaway. So now we have a teammate down. There's a guy on a rooftop, guy on ground level. And what do we do? Well, the idea of escaping out of here with smokes is basically not going to happen because we've found ourselves in a position where 2 smokes isn't going to get us anywhere safe, right? We've also clustered ourselves so we can't make a getaway if we wanted to. So now we have to fight off a 1v2 against a team that's highly aggressive. When you have a team pushing you that's aggressive like this, aka they parachute on you, you need to fight them fast. Players that are aggressive like this can adapt to slow people all day long, so you need to hit them by surprise. That delay, look at this. Look how many seconds this is. Look at how much time goes between his teammate getting shot at and us actually jumping out the window and shooting our gun. Five seconds. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but in the world of fights, definitely is a huge deal. All right, honestly, shame on the enemy team for not getting that kill better, but let's go back to this fight too. So when you go to challenge the staircase, you need to already have the gun you want out. Right here, he's by himself. If we start shooting now, we definitely get the kill. Why do I know that? Well, because we were able to back up, switch weapons, reach out with him basically pre-firing us and still get the kill. But that extra time that it took us to unpeak, switch our weapon, and then re-peek allowed his teammate to wrap around us, where we probably could have knocked this guy here where his teammate is God knows where, right? The idea of being outnumbered is to pick the enemy squad. This is why fighting fast and efficiently is the best thing to do against an aggressive team. If teams are aggressive, they're usually going to split. One's going to push to the right, one's going to push to the left, one's going to go up, one's going to go down. They're going to split so they can collapse on you. And if you can take advantage of that and pick them off one at a time, you will have a much better chance than doing this dumb shit. And la-di-da, there we go. And I say it all the time, I really wish there weren't like precisions and clusters and bunker busters in this game. Well, bunker busters, maybe that's a good one actually. I kind of like that. But the streaks kind of take away from the purpose of people learning to play, learning to rely on themselves to save their lives. This is why I hate cluster mines. This is why I hate bomb drones. This is why I hate all this stupid shit they add that allows people to throw shit out there and just sit still. In the long run, those players are going to be worse off than the players that aren't sitting there playing like that, aren't wasting dumbass streaks, aren't using that. Like the idea of Mead even or I think that's how I pronounce that name. The idea of him even having a cluster on him at any point in time, unless he happens to open a box and find one, probably not going to happen. Ooh. Now, right now, these two guys are getting split off. Now, watch this. So yellow's going to come in. I promise you, yellow doesn't land on our rooftop. I want to point this out because I'll watch a lot of you guys when you start getting aggressive, you're just holding your friend's hand. Don't. You want to separate. When you look at this roof has a different angle on the enemy. Even if he runs inside, you could land on this roof and kind of jump down and play it in case he runs behind it. But regardless, don't land on the same roof as your teammate if he's actively in a fight. Land on another rooftop that gives you the ability to be safe and also gives you a different line of sight on the enemy. And again, going back to the bomb drones, or I'll be honest, I don't know what the fuck these are called. Every time I say bomb drone, I think of the RC ones. I don't know what the fuck this is, but notice that the player's fucked, and instead of trying to rely on his own skill, rely on his ability, he just throws out this fucking dumbass bomb drone bullshit. That's not gonna save him. So we grab a rooftop on the opposite end, and even though the enemies run inside, it's still the play that he should have made. Ooh! Good collapse on the west. So in this team fight here, so let's break down what happened and what should have happened on both ends of this fight. So I love the fact that yellow jumped down and helped us, because if he wouldn't have, we would have gone down when we got caught up with no bullets. So great job on this team, just utilizing teamwork to, again, pinch the enemy. Now the enemy squad, instead of standing here, going in circles, doing whatever the hell this dude's doing, come on, bro, you paid for that skin playing like this? Come on, man. These guys should have played the cover a lot more efficiently. They should have rounded. Again, you want to pick the enemy squad. If while the smoke was up, these two guys would have ran over here to the side and watched us, they could literally stand right here and look at us. They both could have blitzed us down and been safe from our teammate, because our teammate would only be able to see like right here. He wouldn't be able to see behind this building. But because they're playing like they're playing with no idea about cover and concealment, they get downed from us and our teammate. Now, granted, we kind of did the same thing, no doubt. But regardless, try to be aware of playing cover and concealment, especially in fights. It not only protects you from bullets incoming, but it also helps you make a good escape, or at least extend the play so you can play it up, smoke out, whatever you need to do. If you're out in the open, dude, you're not really going to stand much of a chance. At that point, you're just relying on whose aim is better, whose teamwork is better, and we literally just saw just that. All right, after a lot of rotating around looking for enemies and enemies running away, we're finally pushing a squad that ran from us. Your footsteps above us. Yeah, I love it. Bag them. Now look, let's go back. So let's talk about fights and take them efficiently. Now, this team is already split up. You have guy bottom floor, guy top floor. If you guys are camping like this, you might as well at least hold hands, because if a team pushes you, like they probably will, they're going to pick you off one at a time. Now, the first guy didn't really stand much of a chance. He sprinted to us like he heard the zip, and if he did hear the zip, this is a dumb fucking move. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt, but I think he didn't. But this is a dumb move if he did, and I think he did. Now, the moment he gets down, all of a sudden, teammate number 2 decides, you know what? I want to see what the hell's going on as well. And he, again, leaves his cover to go out in the open. So at this point, we break away, which is what we should have done because we're vulnerable too. We break away and he decides, I'm gonna let the enemy bait the res, which again, great play on me. Now, the reason why I laughed the first time is look at the hesitation in the smoke grenade. The moment his teammate went down right here, he should have threw the smoke. We're at 10:42 right now. Took him 3 seconds to throw that bitch. Might not seem a big deal, but it is because those are 3 seconds you could have been resin the son of a bitch, right? At the same time, also, if you're down in the open, like this guy is, crawl to a corner, crawl behind a box, crawl to cover. Now, I am surprised that he went for the execute on this guy instead of shooting this dude. It really gave him the ability to extend his life. And honestly, if he wouldn't have missed all of his shots, we would have been vulnerable. Look how far his teammates separated. And also at the same time, he needs to be prepared for the bait. He has to be prepared for it. I wouldn't have gone for the res right here. I would have allowed my teammate to keep crawling while I held the angle behind one of these mini boxes. That way, when we pushed up, he's an easy kill. I shouldn't expect anything more from an auto shotty player. And I love it, dude. He's establishing his dominance on that Snoop Dogg bot. Love it. All right, here we are in a situation, again, pushing on the team. This team is doing nothing, but this team's definitely not letting me down. And unfortunately, Mead does have the glitch where he's on fire. I believe if you down yourself, it'll go away when you res. But I think now you actually have to die and come back from the gulag for it to actually go away. We'll see in a second. Yeah, it's funny. This is the same glitch we've had since Warzone 1, and still it's in the fucking game. It's like the devs know how to do shit. That's crazy. All right, there's a portable buy over here, which is why they're making their way over here. Portable buys are a great indicator that there's enemies nearby that area. Whether it's before or later, if you're looking for kills, definitely peep the porties. All right, enemy on the rooftop right across from us. You see him running the left-hand side behind the windows. Good ping from his teammate. Now, the question is, where's his teammate? Right? Remember, it's duos. You always got to be aware of a second, especially if they're just sitting on a rooftop chilling. If they're not looting and stuff like that, their teammate's probably alive. Gotta drink herbal tea for my throat. God, getting old sucks. Guy on the left top. Yep. Now, I don't really like this angle. We're fighting an enemy who has high ground. Now, we're relatively safe too, because if we get knocked, we have a ledge we can play, and vice versa. But I'd want to get a little bit more close and personal with this fight if we decide to even take it. It's a pretty bitch of a fight to take in the first place, but with that precision, we could technically have waited and held it, went to the zip, precision the rooftop, taken the roof. That would have been the better play. Guy running the left-hand side. Oh, that team just bailing. He said, I don't want to play anymore. I'd be careful them coming up the right-hand side. What the fuck? Now, it throws me off about this, and the reason why I was like, what the fuck, is because these guys jumped off the building after we precisioned it. They should automatically assume we're pushing. Not to mention, you ran in the open in our line of sight. So if that's you and you're running in the open and you know the enemy can see you, he's gonna lead you, and that's exactly what happened. What was crazy was I was anticipating the enemy to come up here and play the level ground, but instead, they played the low ground. And look, Mead was anticipating the same shit, because when you're playing, you always want to assume the enemy's going to do the smart thing. But unfortunately, a lot of times they don't. And this position here put him in a real rough spot. Now, he's lucky we didn't see the second player, because he probably would have led them both and killed them instantly. I'm not mad at the execute right here because of smoke grenade. Also, your boy's got 11 kills. Notice he's rocking smokes. I love when people's biggest excuse is, I'm not using smokes because of thermals. Why would you use ghosts if they have advanced UAVs? Like the whole idea of not using something because there's a counter is the dumbest shit ever. On top of that, not many people, despite what you might believe, actually use thermals. Not many people at all. I'd say probably 10% of players at best use thermals. I'm saying all that to say, guys, stop using bitch perks and start using perks that'll help you win the game. Look, I don't care what perks y'all use when I'm playing against you. If you use that, hell yeah. I'm gonna thermite you, I'm gonna walk over to you and execute you like... Ah, look, another player with it too. Oh, I really helped him out. Here's W, guys. Good shit. Keep on keeping on, bro. Look, a lot of the advice I give you guys is not only just common sense. I'm trying to teach you how to counter players like me. And all that does is help us out. Because we're not going to be sitting there shooting your ass from range. We're going to be pushing you in. All right, green looks like he's got enemies down below, and we're trying to change angles. I don't know what's going on here. I can't see it. But based on the way yellow's reacting, I'm sure green's giving him comms. We need to get a little bit better line of sight through here. Now, this enemy definitely has thermals. No doubt. That's why I was able to get the knock. You still want to throw smokes though, because even though he has thermals, there's going to be other enemies around us that we need to worry about as well. In case anyone was like, why did he throw smoke if the dude had thermals? That's why. If you have a teammate knocked, don't just worry about the guy that knocked him. Worry about the whole damn lobby because he's vulnerable. All right, so after really a whole lot of nothing, now we're going to take a zip line and probably just scan for enemies. You see him look down instantly. We don't really see much, but there's probably going to be people here. Lo and behold, there we are. Now again, notice we talked about it earlier. When you land on a rooftop, try to land on the opposite. They did the exact same shit again, right? Green's over here, we're over here. Now our vantage point's a little bit better, but we're also more vulnerable from 360 degrees. So even though it's a decent vantage point, still a rough spot to be in. I don't like the fact that we're focused on these guys at range. If we're gonna kill them, I think we should kill them a lot closer, just because even if we get the knock, they're probably gonna res. I just don't like this position at all. And again, green's holding a whole nother angle. And the enemies are just, they're even though they're camping, playing real ratty, they're still aware. So what do you do? And again, I would push inside the building. We could land on the rooftop, but because of their awareness, I really wouldn't do that because you'll probably get beamed up the sky. Secondly, I don't think we even have a portable on us. Maybe green does. Now, one thing we could do is if our comms are on point and green has a smoke, is green could smoke the top and we could parachute to it, giving us the high ground, allowing Apex to go in through the bottom, and we could essentially pinch the enemy. Still risky. It's not the best play in the world, but if we really want to fight this, that's what I would do. Look at this fucking dude. Look at this fucking dude. If you fall 1,000,000 miles from the sky, even in water, you should die. Good audio. I didn't, or high alert. He might have high alert. I didn't hear that enemy at all. So I mean, if that was an audio thing, great audio, brother. Could have been high alert. I love high alert. These enemies are some rats, dude. And you're gonna run into players like this no matter what. You're gonna run into a team that just sits in a building and holds it. And I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't fight this fucking thing. I'm gonna say it again. You can push in, but it's risky. I wouldn't fight this. Look at the circle. The circle's gonna dive across. I'd go ahead and get positioned. That'd be my biggest thing. We can kill this fucking dumbass team later. No doubt. I would go ahead and start pushing across and getting safe. If shooting the enemies from range isn't working and pushing the building isn't working, sitting here waiting might give us the kill in the next 10 minutes, or it might get a shot in the fucking back. Don't let that bitch res. Ah, pussy. All right, green looks like he's going for the XE, but he'll probably rotate. We'll probably rotate with him. Again, this is just a waste of time. And for a team that had a player that was on pace to drop 20, it's kind of a shame to see him slow down, so hyper-focused on one squad. And I get it. Like, I want to kill the enemies too, especially camping pussies. I hate them more than I fucking hate anything. But you just gotta extend the game. But you have to remember, there's more people in the game to kill. We can always kill them later on. All right, green's rotating in. This is where we're gonna start talking about in-game strategy, because this zone right here is gonna be very interesting to talk about. A lot of pros, a lot of cons, of different buildings that you guys could sit in. And based on how the circle's looking, I'm thinking fire station's gonna be almost dead center. Or it is gonna be fucking dead center. Look at that. So let's talk about positioning, because this is important. A lot of you guys don't have any idea what the fuck you're doing, and that's fine. That's why I'm here. When you're dead center, especially a building like this, you run a massive risk of fighting the entire lobby. I love being more centralized until the end game happens. Now, sometimes, and we'll get to that in different videos because this situation doesn't dictate any of those tips, but sometimes playing in the center will benefit you depending on the terrain and what's around you. Is this the only building? That's not the case here. Here we've got a bridge that's higher than us. We've got these buildings that are higher than us. We've got a hill that's higher than us. We do have a buy next to us. We have a building right here that's about the same level and a hill behind them that's about the same level. Also, we got a skyscraper across the river that's still relatively safe that has an angle on us. Now that's all kind of cons. The biggest cons are the fact that, again, we're dead center. There's a buy station right next to us. Both of those making this a very hot commodity. Players have precisions, clusters, thermites, nades, and on top of that, bunker busters. So there's a good chance that you are going to get suppressed off the roof. And because of the buy and because of the fact that it's center, multiple teams will try to rush you. So you're not only gonna have to worry about people coming up the ladder and getting the high ground, coming up the ladder and getting the high ground, landing on you, or going up the staircase over here. You also have to worry about people coming in below you. That means you're probably going to get pinched here. So what do? Personally, looking at this terrain, I would play these buildings over here and slowly work my way in. If you look at the map, these buildings won't be safe for much longer. You probably got another 2 minutes left before you have to move. But when you jump off the roof, you have these buildings, you have the buy you can make a run to. And even if you still have to come to fire station, that's not that far away from the next piece of cover. On top of that, if you're on the outskirts of this, remember, everyone and their mom is going to try to get this building because that's what they think they should do. So you'll be able to rotate in a little bit safer than the people out here. And also probably take advantage of some third-party fights. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad spot to be in, but just know, no matter what skill level you are, this is going to be a hard fight. Precision coming in already, not wasting any fucking time. I thought he was about to die to that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, they're acting. Yeah, about to say, they're acting like there's a team in here. Great job. I love that. I want you guys to notice that too. Just a little bit of, remember earlier when he executed in the smoke and I was like, I'm not mad that he executed. This is a perfect situation where you don't go for the execute. You play the fight. Why? Well, this guy goes down, and because we're next to a buy, I think there's two, and so does he. You have to extend the play because you know his teammate's probably in here. That's exactly what he does. And because this dude's so used to sitting in corners, he just got his fucking ankles broken. He's shooting the chair out of anger. Look at this shit. He didn't hit anybody. But a great decision to go for execute earlier. Great decision to avoid the execute here. If he would have stopped executed, that guy would have come out and probably killed us. And even though Apex was on our heels, he probably would have executed us. Now, like I said, this is not a fight I would really take right now. It's cool we got that knock. It's cute. But again, I'm worried about people rotating in. If our loadies over here, there's a good chance other loadies are over there. One, you can watch people swimming in. Two, you can watch people rotating in. So if you're going to play the rooftop, play the rooftop. Look around you. I'm not mad that we jumped off though to get buys. I'd get UAVs. I would hold on to all the UAVs because it's going to be a bitch. I don't really understand the bunker buster play. I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand why I didn't buy an extra UE either. I'm not mad at the bunker buster, but we definitely should have got a UE on top of it, and so should Apex. We're gonna need as many UEs as possible because the longer that this end game goes on, the harder this building's gonna be to hold. It's not that bad right now, but just wait. I've played a lot of games in situations like this since Warzone 1, and they always say the same thing. There's never been a situation, at least in my lobbies, where you're gonna be holding a building like this dead center and you're not gonna have to fight 9 teams at the same time. Honestly, it's how all fire station endings are. Even the one at oil, no matter which one it is, dude. If it finishes right here, it's gonna be a bitch. I'd also pick up that flare, dude. I don't know what his inventory is like right now. He didn't buy a UE. He didn't pick up the flare, so he might be stocked. I don't know, but I do know this: I would rather UAV than that motherfucking bunker buster. And on top of that, I would definitely try my best to hold the second flare or have my teammate hold the second flare. There's a good. I don't think this team's gonna survive, and they're doing really well too. Again, I'm not worried about those guys. They're not my biggest threat. I'm worried about people over here more than anything. Even the guys on the river, I'm not really worried about because they're just gonna play that. Like, watch in game, bro. There's gonna be someone there, maybe multiple people there. So all the way around here, I'm not worried about any of this. Honestly, even yellow building, I'm not worried about because that's safe. No one's gonna push us from yellow. It's these guys right here I'm more concerned with. I do like that we're finally looking around. Don't like that. I wouldn't really worry about that. So precision coming in. We still have a rooftop right here. I would just play this. Just play that. Okay, well, now we got a bunker buster coming in. That's just timing. I'll take it back. He didn't know it, and he still jumped off. So my point's still valid. But again, we need to make our way back in. Start making your way up. You're gonna get hit by gas, no doubt. Let's get safe, dude. We are vulnerable from the back. And let's just play this. We need a flare too. We need a flare. We need a no. No, what are you doing? What the fuck, made? Bro, what the hell was this? And it's really nothing against him because this shit's happening so fast. He still played this better than 99% of players would, no doubt about it. So it's no hate against him at all. But what I would have done differently, even in real time, and I know it's easy to sit back and be like, that's what I would have done, but I'm telling you right now, what I would have done in real time is we still have 2 smokes. I know the precision's coming over here, so we can't make a play for the gas station. That's fine. But I would have instantly smoked on the side of fire station, allowing us to do one of 2 things. Either A, continue the wrap around it, which would be bad because of cluster, or B, vault into the window, which is what he did. But if we would have vaulted in right here and there was already a smoke right here, we just chill, we just sit. Now the fire on his body is very unfortunate. The enemies could probably see him through smoke, which puts them at a massive disadvantage. Thanks a lot, Activision. Great shit. Also, because the 2 enemies were on his tail, I'm not mad that he didn't launch the flare as he's running away. Your first goal is to get safe, right? If we had a smoke here, we'd play it up, we'd jump out, launch the flare, smoke again. That would be the best play to extend this, no doubt. And to be fair, it's just unfortunate that we literally smoked right here to do just that. And this fucking dude runs in. It's just, it's COD timing. Now what really throws me off, and I know I've kind of extended this a little bit, I apologize, was this. I understand wanting the gas mask. That is a great thing to want. Dick Farm done just shot at you. Even if you didn't hear it, you see him pop up mini maps. So he's clearly shooting his gun, no UAV in the air. And we're just doing this. So you had a team chasing you through the window. You had a guy chase you this way, and we're chilling. Smoke goes out. You could have smoked this one more time. I mean, you have infinite smokes. I think that's what you're holding on to. You have 1,000 fucking smokes in your bag. Again, just smoke this window, fucking flare. The reason that went on for so long was just because this is such a good player. I'm honestly surprised he played the ending like that. The looting was the most egregious thing he did. Him like not smoking in certain spots, that's I'm not gonna hold that against him, but I definitely think he not only could have survived, but he could have got his teammate back. Now this is a lobby. We got another team or another player with 17 kills. All right, in-game situation right now. We're taking out the bomb drones. And we have a great position. Now, just like I said with the last few teams, is you want to look around. I still want to get my eyes out the left-hand window that we have. Because I told you guys there's going to be a guy on the beach. I've made that play because I overextended because I got caught in fights and I had to swim across. I've been there. You have too. Look out the left-hand window and just peep it, bro. And again, Sleep'em's good. He's got 18 kills. Not a bad player. I shouldn't be talking shit, but I am. Look at these fucking rats. Like, bro. All right. Well, we're still in a good spot. I would want to play the rooftop. I would. Now, it could bite in the ass because we didn't clear this building. We didn't clear the bottom floor. And there could be a team that goes up that ladder and shoots down on you. So I'm not mad that we're staying in here. Being on the rooftop definitely is risky. But again, bunker buster. Just launch it on that motherfucker. Make sure it's safe. You're good to go. The reason why I want the rooftop is because I want right here. I want right up here. I want to be able to, again, see everything around me. Oh, look at this fucking douchebag. Well, let me guess. He's going to drive around the whole time, never jump out and shoot at anybody. So weird. Him too. Look at that. Crazy. Now, Goya is getting a little aggressive right here. We've all thrown easy games, and I don't want to see him do that. That is a wild fucking play. Now we are again out in the open. Don't like this at all, and we're getting fucked up from it. Now it's ballsy, and I don't recommend doing this, but what I would do in this situation, we got a knock, bro. I'd pop one more plate because we have tempered. I'd go up that back ladder right here and go execute that motherfucker. I know you shouldn't be executing. I get it, but after you execute him, you could probably knock the next guy. It's ballsy and it's stupid. I'm just being honest with you. That's what I would do. Just to go ahead and get these fuckers out the game. Because right now we're kind of in a hard spot. One, where the fuck's the other enemy? Where? Behind the barricades? I don't know. But they've got leverage. This is a very good position for them to be in. Also, again, the concerning part is the fact that the enemy is nowhere to be found. We've got a duo up here. Where the fuck is the solo? 3 teams, 1, 2, 5 players, 2, 4. Where? If you are the solo, what do? You shoot these 2 bastards out in the open, and then, assuming you're hiding behind this barricade right here on the mini map, right to our right hand side, you fucking shoot these guys and have to jump off. If you're this solo, this is the situation you're bred for. This is the moment. This is your moment to shine. Take advantage of third party fight. Kill a team out in the open. Get you an easy double kill. And then the last guys, bada bing, bada boom. That's all she wrote.
Gas is closing in.
I don't know where the fuck he's at. Dude, just fucking... Unless they're teaming and they're all up there. I don't know. One knock. And the enemy died of gas. All right. That was this... But guys, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one, and good luck in Warzone. You're gonna need it.